All right, well, basically, I'm about to be starting off this whole thing right here on Tammy Terrell. And I'm going to be delving deep because I really recognize how her whole story, like, during her career with Motown, they literally, what these labels do, they make these artists play the role of the gods that they commemorate, the higher ups commemorate. You know what I'm saying? And as I delved into her story, what I noticed was she literally played the role of Eurydice, and Marvin Gaye played the role of Orpheus. And when you understand the story of Eurydice and Orpheus, what Eurydice was, she was a woman who was very loved, very beautiful, very loved in the mythology. She was very beautiful, very loved by Orpheus. And Orpheus had a real deep passion for her, a real deep love for her. And with Orpheus, what he did was he was willing to go by any means to get back to her because she had died. You feel me? Via abuse, rape, you know what I'm saying? Physical abuse. And I'm gonna delve deep into this because the whole thing with Tammy Terrell, it literally is so equivalent. It's literally just it blew my mind actually as I sat back and really paid attention to this. But what I got to say is, if you notice, everybody already know the story about David Ruffin and Tammy Terrell. And before him, it was James Brown who was beating on her. You know what I'm saying? Abusing the hell out of her. But you got David Ruffin who was doing the same crap, beating on her and everything of the sort. He had hella drug abuse. And they say he hit her in the head with a steel chair. And he damaged her brain. So what I noticed when I heard that, I'm just like, wow, that remind me of Eurydice and Orpheus. So I'm gonna show some themes on this because it's literally so deep how this whole theme was. You know what I'm saying? It literally tripped me out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm about to tap into this whole theme with Orpheus and Eurydice. So as you see Eurydice, the one with the green. Now pay attention to these colors. You see she has the green on because the green represents vegetation, fertility. Um, and her equivalent in Egypt would be Isis. And you know she'll be equivalent to the Roman goddess Venus, and she'll be equivalent to Persephone's Eurydice. That's what she'd be equivalent to. But when you go into Orpheus, Orpheus was the son of the Apollo. He was a great poet, a great musician. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna delve deep into this. He literally thought his music would be able to reach her and save her and return her back from the dead because he went through a deep depression in the mythologies. So what I'm going to show is you see those colors. Look at this right here. Now you see this right here. Notice Tammy Terrell is wearing the green. You have Marvin Gaye in the black, white, and red. The black and the white anyway is the duality. Then you have the red for the oath via blood sacrifice because that all links up with the god Dionysus, which was nothing but Orpheus' uncle. And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. But as you see them standing inside of the U. Notice how the U is literally shaped like a portal, like a doorway. You see what I'm saying? And to get right to the point, Orpheus literally built the doorway to the underworld. You see what I'm saying? He built the doorway to the underworld because as you can see, Eurydice literally died via what? Via the abuse and the rape. And I'm gonna pull it up right quick because it's literally the same thing. Only thing, the rape because Tammy Terrell was raped as a youth, but I'm saying like during the whole theme of her being abducted, she was abused and everything. You know what I'm saying? And Tammy Terrell literally got with Marvin Gaye after the whole fact of David Ruffin. You know what I'm saying? So as you see that right there, that's the doorway. And you see the colors. I just literally showed that. I literally just showed the colors. You see what I'm saying? They literally make them run these. They literally use real people to play out the roles of these gods. You feel me? And it's so sick. But as you can see, the album United, because that represented the unity when they was together. When Eurydice and Orpheus was together, they had a great union. You know, he would sing songs to her and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why they had the duet. That's why they was a duet group. And they had songs key like You Are All I Need to Get By, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And I'm about to delve deep into that. But as you can see, the date the album came out is August 29th, 1967, which really blew my mind because when you go into August 29th, that was for the goddess of death, Selene, when they had to do ritual blood sacrifices to her on August 29th. You feel what I'm saying? So let me just delve deep into this, because this right here, it is so crazy when I really paid attention to this, because I was like, wow, it's literally right in our face how they play this rollout. So let me go into the story of Orpheus right quick. And during the time of Orpheus, like I said, when Eurydice, after the whole demonic, you know, everything came after her, because all Eurydice was a nymph, and all a nymph is a sex demon. You feel what I'm saying? But basically, Orpheus, what happened is he literally climbed. He went his way, made his way into the underworld. Like I showed you, he built the doorway, and he literally climbed his way into the underworld, made his way to the underworld just to try to save her. But he could not bring her back. She had to remain there because that was her destiny. You feel what I'm saying? It's so crazy. So what he did was he climbed out of the underworld and he heard her footsteps, as you can see. You see that? So he stepped out and then he tried to return again, but he was denied entry because he had to separate from Eurydice. And what literally tripped me out is after that whole situation, Orpheus said that he swore to never love another woman again. And look at this, Marvin Gaye. He at her funeral he saw Ain't No Mountain High Enough and You Are All I Need to Get By. And literally Marvin Gaye, just like Orpheus, said that he would never vow to be with another woman again. Like basically he'd never sing with another woman again on stage. Like, come on, it's all in our face, the stuff that they play out, you know what I'm saying? And when you read Ain't No Mountain High Enough, what does it say? The lyrics, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from coming to you. Did I not just read that he literally climbed into the underworld? He literally made his way to the underworld by any means necessary to try to bring her back. But he couldn't, so he went into a deep depression. You see, You're All I Need to Get By. This is the song he sung at her funeral. You're all I need to get by, like the sweet morning dew. I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. You see, that was Orpheus's destiny to go seek out Eurydice, but he couldn't get her. You know, with my arms open wide, I threw away my pride. I'll sacrifice. Hear that? I will sacrifice for you. Dedicate my life for you. I will go where you lead. Pay attention. He was willing to go, Orpheus was willing to go to the hells to try to redeem his woman back. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to really pay attention to this because, like I said right here, literally he went into a state of grief. Orpheus, he literally went into a state of grief in the mythology, you know what I mean? Because he literally had a deep love for Eurydice. You see what I'm saying? He overcame with grief and he went to the underworld to try to bring her back to life via music. And did I not just say that Marvin Gaye, at her funeral, sung Ain't No Mountain High Enough and You're All I Need to Get By? Because what that represented was him literally, you get what I'm saying? They literally report it in this sense. They report these things to let those in the higher ups know what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? It's so crazy. But realistically, I was just paying attention to her documentary, and as you can see this number 32 right here. You see that, and I'm fast forward a little bit into the clip, but basically you see the number 32 right here. She died March 16th, 1970. Marvin Gaye at the time was 31 years old when she died. But I'm gonna show a clip because I'm gonna show you why this is important and everything. But basically, you notice the 32, and when Marvin Gaye, he was 32 when he made the album, you know, the soundtrack Trouble Man. Pay attention to that, to Trouble Man. He was 32 years old. But let me play it up a little bit. Now you see that's the 31 right there. This pictures and stuff was taken not too long before she died. And this is, like I said, Marvin Gaye was 31 years old at the time of her death. And you see it, you're looking dead at it right here, 31. And I just showed you the 32. You feel what I'm saying? She died at the age of 24, March 16th, 1970. See that? She was 24. 2 plus 4 is what? It's 6. You see what I'm saying? It's all coming, it all came into fruition of what they was doing. You know what I mean? Like I said, those in the higher ups, they was known because what they wanted them to know was this whole ritual of playing out the Greek god Orpheus and Eurydice was fulfilled. Now, as you delve deeper into this whole thing, it gets deep because literally, as you can see, let me actually pull this up because as you can see, Tammy Terrell, she died from a brain tumor after receiving brain damage, you know, from being abused and everything. But what I noticed too, what tripped me out, is when Marvin Gaye died, his father they say he had a fatal brain tumor. You feel what I'm saying? It's trippy. You know what I mean? And what tripped me out about that is I said, wow, because it's just notice this. She had a brain tumor, then at her death, Marvin Gaye, he died at the age of 44. You feel what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye died at 44. He literally died a day before his birthday. You feel what I'm saying? He died a day before his birthday on April 1st, 1984, at the age of 44. And she died literally right a month before her birthday. You know, I'm going to show you right now because all of this stuff is literally right in our faces. They literally died right before their birthdays. Both of them. She literally died right before her birthday. And so did he. You see what I'm saying? Her birthday was April 29th. And you see she died March 16th. So she died 43 days before her birthday. And then when you add, like I said, she died at 24 years old. When you add up March, which is the third month, plus, you know, you got March 16, 1970, so that'd be 3 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 0, it all equals 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. You feel me? You following me? So this right here is so crazy because even to go deep into this, it tripped me out because Marvin Gaye, you know, his father, where did he shoot him? He shot him in his heart. You feel me? Shot Marvin Gaye in the heart. April 1st. Now I'm going to tap into another element of this that I saw and it tripped me out because what I noticed when I saw that, I thought April 1st, I thought about the Feast of Venus. Literally, it's nothing but the ritual. What had happened is basically like a young virgin female would take water of men who would take a bath, and they'll clean a statue and wash the statue of an undressed undressed Venus statue. That's all they'll do. And what that represented was like helping the women and men for helping love and their sex and their marriage. You feel me? It's crazy because right before that he died, like 2 years before he died, what did he have? He had the song Sexual Healing in 1982. You feel me? So it's just like it's right there. Like, come on, man. It's literally right there. You know what I'm saying? He had made the song Sexual Healing literally 2 years before he died, April 1st, which was a day before his birthday. You know what I'm saying? He was already overcoming with grief because when you go into the story, like I said with Dionysus and Orpheus, Orpheus literally was irritating Dionysus in the mythologies. So what he did was he sent women to kill him because he was tired of his mourning for his late wife Eurydice. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. Come on. It's all right there. Like I said, literally Orpheus was killed, and he literally was able to basically join Eurydice in the afterlife. You see where I'm going? And I already showed you this right here. How he created the doorway. They was literally showing you that they was about to make a story between these two that fits Orpheus and Eurydice. You see what I'm saying? And to not even digress, but when you look at Marvin Gaye, like I said, how he got shot in his heart, and that all represented the Venus, the feast of Venus, the shot in the heart. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, we already know. We heard the phrase "a shot in the heart." You feel what I'm saying? I already show you how the father had how he had a tumor, brain tumor, when he killed Marvin Gaye, and then Tammy Terrell had a brain tumor when she was dead. And Marvin Gaye died before his birthday, and Tammy Terrell died before her birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, man. Like, it's this stuff that they be doing is crazy. Because even when you go into Venus, all Venus is like the equivalent of Isis. Venus is the equivalent of Persephone's, Eurydice, all it's the same shit. It's just different little twists in the background stories. You know what I'm saying? But it's all the same attributes. You feel what I'm saying? And when you delve deeper into that, I noticed some things too. Because I was like, when you look at Marvin Gaye, that really tripped me out because I'm just like, it makes sense why he started making songs like What's Going On and all of this. You know what I mean? And not even in like, I'm gonna show you right there. You see Apollo and Dionysus. They were brothers. So you see, basically, Orpheus' own uncle did that to him because of everything that was going on with him grieving his wife's death. It's the same thing with Marvin Gaye. Was not Marvin Gaye grieving after Tammy Terrell? You know what I'm saying? Come on. Like heavy. Like heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like he was literally grieving her. That was literally, he was going his whole career. Marvin Gaye got heavy on the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye was going through a lot of things. Let's listen to how his music sound changed. It became real interpersonal. You know what I mean? He was like a whole different person after Tammy Terrell died. And when you really pay attention to that, it tripped me out because I'm just like, this whole thing shows how they literally play the roles of these gods. You know what I mean? It's crazy because what they want to do is they want to turn them into the gods. You know what I mean? For the masses. So when you worshiping them, you feel me? And another thing is too, I had noticed, I was looking into this, I say that's crazy with Taraji and Tammy Terrell. Tammy Terrell passed away in 1970 at the age of 24. Taraji P. Henson was born in 1970, literally 6 months after Tammy's death. Now I saw that, I said, that's crazy. She was born 9/11 too. That tripped me out. 1970, which is 6 months after Tammy Terrell death date. You feel what I'm saying? And then look at, they look alike, like they favor each other. You feel me? And how Tammy Terrell, I'm sorry, how Taraji P. Henson was literally born 9/11, and she said that she used to work at the Pentagon. You feel me? 9/11, the Pentagon. Come on. Look at this. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, come on. And then plus on top of that, Taraji was literally like the great, I think like the great niece or whatever of Matthew Henson, who discovered the North Pole. She's related to him. So it's just like, come on, man. It's all of this stuff adds up. You feel what I'm saying? It all adds up. And it's literally just like, this is what they do, you know? And it's so sad because they use real people to fulfill their agendas. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna end that right here. You know what I mean? I'll be doing much more breakdowns and everything. Hopefully you can understand everything I'm saying. Hopefully it was clear to you. And just don't forget that right there. That doorway. Especially that I'm doing in a U, because the U, look at it, like that's literally the unity right there. One flesh. You feel me? The underworld. So that showed what that whole thing was. Like they both literally show you early in their career, like them getting together. August 29th, which is nothing but the day unto the sacrifice unto the moon god Selene. Come on, y'all. Plus the album length was 33 minutes. 33. You feel what I'm saying? 33 minutes. Like, come on. It's all right there. You know what I mean? And when you understand the masonry, you feel what I'm saying? Chief Masons, you feel me? 33 minutes. 33 degrees. Like, come on, yo. It's all right there. You feel what I'm saying? It just make you look at this and just be like, wow, because it make you